October 2008, Reykjavik. A grocery manager stands under fluorescent lights with a label gun. On his counter sits a supplier printout. One line is circled in red. He isn't panicking. He's retagging butter, then milk, then baby formula. Each click is a tiny admission that yesterday's price is already dead. A customer asks, "Didn't this cost less yesterday?" The manager nods. It did. Then the card machine stalls. The queue stops breathing. Someone mutters, "Maybe the bank is taking lunch." Nobody repeats it. Here's the weird part. While you're still in the aisle, people become brutally rational. They grab what stays useful if the numbers keep moving. Food, batteries, fuel canisters, not luxury, continuity. Outside, nobody's firing a shot. No invasion, just a freeze inside the system that used to make trade feel effortless. This isn't fiction. This happened. I read crisis reports at 1 a.m. because I don't like being surprised by disasters that were scheduled. So here's the question that matters. How do empires collapse without firing a shot? By the end, you'll know the 5 things that survive, the 2 or 3 things that get wiped out, and a simple watch list to spot the pattern early. And honestly, once you see it, you can't unsee it, can you? Collapse looks like chaos from the outside. From the inside, it's a repeatable machine. Stage 1, the overpromise. The system promises more than it can produce. Cheap credit, forever programs. Q. Maintenance gets delayed and temporary deficits become tradition. Stage 2, the patch. The gap gets filled by borrowing, printing, subsidies, or a patron. Q. Numbers look fine, reality thins. You've seen this. A boom where nothing gets sturdier. Stage 3, the slip. Reliability breaks, purchasing power, supplies, services. Q. Limits, outages, try tomorrow. The street starts doing its own accounting. Stage 4, the switch. People change mediums, money, power, trust, location. Q. 2 prices for one thing, cash price, card price, official rate, real rate. Stage 5, the lock-in, controls, replace trust. Q. Legality and reality split. And then the big question becomes, do you obey the rules or do you obey physics? The scariest part. It feels gradual, right up until it doesn't. New flag, same math. Let's open the files. Case file 1. Soviet Union, 1991. The moment it broke. Snap-in. Winter grocery line. Shelves aren't empty, just skeletal. People speak softly, like scarcity can hear them. Killer numbers. Shape. Output down, imports choke. Savings exist with nothing to buy. Mechanism. A planned system can hide costs until it can't. When goods vanish, money stops being a claim and becomes a rumor. Trust doesn't debate, it evacuates. Destroyed versus adapted, fixed wages and fixed promises get crushed. Inventory holders, fuel, food, transport become the new middle layer. Takeaway. When money stops mapping to goods, the map burns first. Bridge. Different decade, same skeleton. Case file 2. Britain, 1947. Bankruptcy in a crown, snap-in, London paperwork, empire still on the wall map. Outside, ration lines after victory. People win a war and still lose dinner. Killer numbers, war debt, plus weak trade position, plus dollar constraint. Mechanism, empires are logistics and balance sheets. Holding the perimeter costs ships, fuel, admin, credibility. Post-war, the constraint wasn't courage, it was dollars. So the perimeter gets cut like triage. Destroyed versus adapted, fixed income lifestyles erode. Real output tied to exports survives better.